I don't know why. I just decided to. Just decided to try going live for one of my bonus videos. So this is it. This is me going live. So thank you for clicking on the Smashy Smashy Eggman movie reviews and more video. Happy Thanksgiving. And I want to talk about my favorite Thanksgiving movie, which I just finished watching for the year. It's the only one I watched. I watched my favorite specials as well already this morning, which is Garfield and Peanuts. Love those specials. Um, but I didn't watch any. I didn't have the time to sit down with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles or Son-in-Law this year. I feel like the same thing's gonna happen with my Christmas movies. I just don't have the time to watch them all, so I'm gonna have to really pick and choose what I use my time for because I have other things going on. But I did decide to watch my favorite Thanksgiving movie, and that is Tower Heist, starring Eddie Murphy, Alan Alda, Matthew Broderick, um, Tia Leone, Michael Penn, Gabriel Sinon, Casey Affleck, Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy. It's a great movie. Now you're going, it's a Thanksgiving movie? How is this a Thanksgiving movie? Well, the word Thanksgiving is said very early in the film. Also, the entire third act of the movie, which is the heist, is on Thanksgiving. It is set because it's Thanksgiving. It's not just happens to be Thanksgiving. They plan it for Thanksgiving because they want to use the Macy's parade as a cover for what they're doing. It's a really good movie. I've always enjoyed Tower Heist. Got to go see this in theaters when it first came out. It was the budgets, but it was still the theaters. Excuse me. I got to go with some friends, and it was a lot of fun. And even then, sitting in theaters, I really enjoyed checking this movie out. So basically, we open on the Tower, which is the Trump Tower Plaza or Trump Tower in New York. But for the movie, it's just called the Tower. We see that the penthouse has a pool. The pool at the bottom of it looks like $100 bill. This is the first shot. This is your establishing moment. We then meet Arthur Shaw, who is the tenant of the penthouse. He is playing a game of chess with the building manager or assistant building manager, played by Ben Stiller, who lives next door to Eddie Murphy's character, who is a petty thief. We kind of get introduced to the rest of our characters in a pretty rapid succession in this movie, where we meet Casey Affleck, who is the concierge of the tower, Michael Pena, who is a new elevator operator being hired on, Gabriel Sabi, who is one of the maids in the tower, and Matthew Broderick, who is a down-on-his-luck Wall Street guy who is getting evicted from his apartment in the tower. One day, Ben Stiller shows up to see a black sedan parked across the street with armed men. He believes it's a robbery. Then he believes it's a kidnapping of Alan Alda, Arthur Shaw, and it isn't. Arthur Shaw is being arrested and is trying to evade being arrested for securities frauds. Ben Stiller doesn't immediately believe it and kind of just tells his employees to go about business as normal because there's no proof. There is no proof that this man is did these security frauds. He also does inform them that he gave Arthur Shaw all of their pension to manage, and if Arthur Shaw really is guilty, their entire pension is gone. Of course, that's where you meet Tia Leone, who is the FBI agent who is assigned the Arthur Shaw case. And you kind of get then, she and Ben Stiller got a thing going on. Woo! Romance. Anyways, eventually you learn that one of Ben Stiller's employees, who has been a longtime doorman for the tower, also gave his life savings to Arthur Shaw a few months earlier, and it is believed that Shaw just used that to keep up appearances. After the doorman attempts suicide, which is stopped, Ben Stiller decides to take action and assaults a vehicle, Steve McQueen car that is in Arthur Shaw's penthouse with a golf club. This gets himself, Casey Affleck, and Michael Pena fired. This is where they begin to scheme to actually rob, because it is believed that there is $2 million that is unaccounted for, that has to be somewhere, and that they believe there is a safe in a wall that probably has this money. So they begin to scheme. He pulls his team together, which is him, Ben Stiller, Matthew Broderick, Casey Affleck, and Michael Pena. And then they also bring in Eddie Murphy Slide to be the actual criminal in the group as they begin to plot their heist. And it's just a great movie. It's a really fun movie. I've always enjoyed it. I watch it every year on Thanksgiving, which is weird because I have a movie I definitely watch every year on Thanksgiving. I have a movie I definitely watch every year on Christmas. I don't have, or Christmas Eve. I have actually a movie I watch on Christmas Eve and a movie I watch on Christmas Day. I don't have one for Halloween though. Generally I watch V for Vendetta on November 5th, if I remember. I used to watch Independence Day every 4th of July, but I haven't done that for a couple of years now. But yeah, this is my Thanksgiving tradition. This is my Thanksgiving movie. I love me some Tower Heist, and yeah, it's a good time. It's a great time, and yeah, if you've never seen it, check it out. It is worth your time. Again, this is a bonus video for Thanksgiving. Again, Happy Turkey Day. If you got some time, check out Tower Heist. It's a Universal film, and I think Universal is Peacock. So if it is streaming, it would be most likely streaming on like Peacock or Amazon. It is probably streaming somewhere. I don't know. Like I said, I own the movie on Blu-ray, and I've owned this movie on Blu-ray since it came out. Because, again, actually, technically, no, I have not owned this movie on Blu-ray since it came out. I owned, because this movie came out right about the time I upgraded to Blu-ray. So I actually owned the DVD at first. And then when I got my Blu-ray player, this is one of the first movies I upgraded, just because it was a new release. It had just come out, and Family Video had it like for $8 for the Blu-ray. So technically, I didn't buy the Blu-ray when it first came out. I bought the DVD when it first came out, and then I eventually upgraded it to a Blu-ray. I don't think that story was needed. I don't think that was needed. But hey, bonus videos. So yeah, check out other content. I think I'm still talking. I was finishing up Shakespeare. No, that's next week's finishing up. This week I talked Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Such a great movie if you want to go to the main videos. Next week I talk about the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged, which is also a really fun time. Look at any other videos you want around the channel. There's a lot to look at and a lot to take in. I am Martin Prevost. This is Smashy Smashy Eggman movie reviews and more. And I will talk to you later. Have a good one.